Hey guys, what's up? Hopefully you're doing well. We are talking about cold. When's it actually gonna really hit east and expand? We talked about the next few weeks, this being the time frame that the cold would really start to show itself, and here it is. I mean, we're not wrong. Big time cold, -20, -25 degrees, even -30 once you get into Canada. So this is the northern plains. Why isn't it in New York City? Why isn't it in Chicago? Well, in the atmosphere, you're talking about billions of square miles, and the distance, just as the crow flies, I mean, is just a few thousand miles. So in the grand scheme of things, that's not a huge swing and a miss. There is cold. It's just not a perfect forecast. It's not as far east as maybe we thought it would be in the next few days or so. But eventually that will happen, but everything is delayed a little bit. The atmosphere has been a little chaotic, and it's because of just this general ridging that we're seeing across the central and eastern U.S. that's promoting warmer than normal temperatures, and just kind of that block in the atmosphere not being in the right spot. But certainly cold air for the west, I should say. Very cold with a huge trough dipping down. This will eventually expand eastward, but it's going to break apart a little bit and allow for more of a zonal flow. So there's not going to be many opportunities for big time cold getting further east over the next couple of weeks or so, but certainly a better setup. It's just delayed, and we see this a lot of times in December where these cold blasts get pushed back further east. This is one model, and this is just one run, and it's totally different run to run when we look at this by 10, 20 plus degrees. So the models are not doing a great job, very chaotic. If you look at other models, they're also very changeable run to run. So it doesn't give us a great idea. And the models are suffering from different biases where they're not taking into consideration some of the dynamics going on with pressure patterns and ocean temperatures in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. They're over-favoring what's happening in the Northern Atlantic Ocean. And that's just one piece to the puzzle, and that is leading to some inaccurate model forecasts. So that's why you got the meteorologist here to help you out. West is staying cold. Not a super ton of snow, but there will be some snowy periods out there. And then we got the north. That is the better chances, shocker, for snow. When does the cold air get here? We'll talk about more eastern trends for that cold. But we got this system here that's just a rain maker, and there's going to be a few different rainmakers over the course of the next week to 10 days. It's going to slide off towards the east. There is an opportunity for snow with this. And this is going to be one of those snowier corridors across the north central U.S. that slides in towards the Twin Cities and Wisconsin. There could be a little bit of snow north of I-90, I-80 there. Not much of a risk. Pretty small impacts, if anything. A couple more snow showers there off towards the west. You can see it will be a little bit active, but we're not talking about major amounts of rainfall and snowfall, but some spots will act pretty nicely. There's some of the snowfall accumulation that we do expect across the Dakotas, Minnesota, maybe portions of Iowa, and really dwindling once you get east towards Lake Michigan and east of there. Let's pick that pattern up and watch for that system to move off towards the east. This guy is going to hug the coast. There will be some decent snow into those California mountains. Maybe a few flakes into the northeast, not a big deal. Then it quiets down across the east. Pay attention to this system. It's going to wrap up big time, big trough coming down that we showed you earlier. And this could be a blizzard. This is going to be a lot of wind. It's going to be an organized low pressure system. This is going to be a severe weather outbreak. Mississippi River Valley into the deep south with heavy rain pushing into the Ohio Valley and northeast. There is that snow zone. Again, we're talking portions of probably Montana, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Watch out there. But there's just not much in the way of cold air and snow once you get towards like I-80, I-90. Different story with overall rainfall though. Compared to average, we're definitely going to be seeing our chances across really much of the central and eastern U.S. But the only area that's going to see those cold enough temperatures for some consistent snow will be here. So well above average precip with very cold weather. You could be looking at a ton of snow around those Dakotas. And then you can see across portions of the west, some areas will have a little bit above average amounts of precipitation, yielding a pretty decent amount of snowfall going all the way throughout next Thursday. But certainly the north central U.S. will be one of those targets outside of the western intermountain region. Cold air, yeah, definitely across the west, that's for sure. Pretty chilly, but it's going to hold on to be fairly mild as we go throughout the next 2 weeks, really changing probably once we get closer to the 20th. So again, I know, delayed further east, and I don't see any signs that show super major cold pushing in by Christmas sustaining itself, but colder trends and snowier trends will arrive by around the ho-ho-ho holiday.